it's Christine. Welcome to another episode of Yoga for Wellness, where we dive into bone health, lengthening, strengthening, core, your beautiful body awareness, and diving deep into the breath through a heart centered approach. Today, we are diving deep into the hips, so get ready to slow it down. It'll still be challenging, but we'll be soaking into the poses. And as always, as promised, here's your lifestyle bomb for the week. Of course, we're all thinking about immune boosting everything, right, these days. So I wanted to give you a couple of my immune superheroes. And today we're going to focus on mineral magic. So think zinc and selenium. And there are several foods, whole foods, that can amp up these immune boosting superheroes. Broccoli, uh, kale, mushrooms, garlic, spinach, Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, gluten free oats. If you care for fish, a little yellowtail tuna, scallops, lobster, Alaskan king crab, and also beef, lamb, and liver. So consider adding some of these whole foods to your meals this week, as I'm sure we're all cooking in lately as of yet, right? And hopefully you will enjoy, and your body and your cells of your body will enjoy it as well. Now, let's focus on the nervous system. I have Carl here today who's going to help out as I guide you through the practice. So, thank you, Carl. We're going to begin on our backs. You can have your legs bent or straight, whichever you prefer. We're just going to be here for a few minutes. Don't try to change a thing. Just observe. Notice how you feel. Check in with your breath. Let's check in with your shoulders and your back body. As I ask these questions, please resist from changing anything. Just observe. Notice how your shoulders rest against the mat. Does one rest differently than the other? Maybe higher, lower, maybe flatter against the mat, or not. Maybe you can't tell at all. It's just one big block. And that's okay too. Notice the curve of your neck and how you chose to position it. Depending on how you slept last night or what you carried the day before or today, it's going to change from day to day. So these are actually great questions to ask in the morning. Inhale through the nose and audible exhale through the mouth. One more here. Inhaling through the nose, audible exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Now bend your knees and roll to face your skinny burrito roll there, and gently roll it onto the middle of your mat. And today you see we'll need a blanket. If you don't have a yoga blanket, you can use any type. We're going to use 2 blocks. If you don't have a block, that's okay. And then we're going to use a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, a bathroom, the strap from the bathroom robe is beautiful, or you can use an exercise strap. So we're going to leave the big loop of the strap there, and we're going to get onto the roll with bent knees. Slowly roll down so your head and tailbone are on the roll. So in slow motion, roll all the way over to the right, feeling as if you're going to fall over. And then on the inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, roll all the way over to the left as far as you can go without falling off. And inhale, slowly come back. You do this 3 or more times, going at your own breath print. Exhaling as you almost tip over. Inhaling back to center. Once you've done it a couple times, you feel like your shoulders on each side of the roll. Now settle in and find some stillness and allow your shoulders to hang on each side of the roll. Almost think of it as a big pencil in between the shoulders. You can even shimmy back and forth if that feels good, just to get that roll right in the middle. And allow your shoulders blades to hang. Straighten one leg and then the other. And bring your arms out to a T, palms up. Inhale, bringing your arms towards each other. Exhaling, your palms touch. Inhale, reach your fingertips towards the sky, allowing the shoulders to rise. Exhale, your arms out wide, reaching your fingers in opposite directions, placing your arms back on the floor, palms up. Beautiful. And now begin to ground and arrive on our mat. Slowly bring your attention to your breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling gently through the mouth. You might want to pretend you're either fogging up a window or you're blowing out of the teeniest, tiniest straw. And we're focusing on the exhales right now. Seeing if we can exhale just a little bit longer than the inhales. Remember, everybody's breath print is different. You might be inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6 or 8. Or maybe only inhaling for 2 and exhaling out for 4. Honor your body and where it's at today. As we continue to ground, I invite you to explore the intention of slowing down. As we're breathing through our poses today, think of all the beautiful ways you can slow down and what all positivity that brings with that. In an age of constant acceleration, nothing can be more exhilarating than slowing down. In an age of constant distraction, nothing is so luxurious as paying attention. In an age of constant movements, nothing is so urgent as sitting still. And continue to breathe and let those words just wash all over your body. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling and hearing the sound of your voice, feeling your belly rise, expanding, and then gently deflating as you exhale. And if you haven't begun to already, begin breathing in and out through the nose. And just like you did before, like you're fogging up a window, close the lips and allow the air to drift out of the nose. Bend both knees so feet are on the floor and knees are facing the sky. Roll onto the right side and pause. Try not to get up that much. See if you can reach back and roll your long skinny roll off of the mat and then roll back onto your mat. Legs long, arms out to a T or cactus. And just take a pause here and check in with your back body again. Is there a sense of widening across your back? How do your shoulder blades now feel with the mat? Are they a little more even? Are they a little more open? Just take a moment and go inward. Gently bend your knees and reach for your strap. We're going to begin on the right side. Have your strap in a big loop, kind of medium sized to big loop. After we've opened up the shoulders and the upper body, I want to see if we can try to keep that all relaxed while we start opening up the hips. So see if your loop can be big enough that your elbow will be resting on the floor. You look great, Carla. Inhale your right knee so it's over your hip and bend your knee. Beautiful. So it's at a 90-degree angle. Flex the foot quite a lot. We're going to really see the intention that we're driving our leg through honey. Driving the heel all the way up to the sky without locking out. Inhaling back down to a 90-degree. And then exhaling, initiating the movement from the heel, driving it all the way up. So whatever straight means for you. Continue here at your own pace for 4 more. Exhaling on the way up. And gently inhaling on the way down. Remember to go at your own breath print. See if you can find some steadiness and ease while you're working through this movement. Lovely. When you reach the top of your last one, hold and breathe here. Relax the face. Swallows, relax the jaw. Check in with the shoulders. See if everything's soft. Holding here. See if we can stack ankle on knee on hip. Whatever that means for you. If your opposite leg feels good, you can leave it like Carl's is. He has a little back thing going on. Or if it feels good, you can slide the leg out to straight. Whichever feels great. And you can test it, Carl, and see what you prefer. Without moving your leg, keeping it up straight, externally rotate out to the side. So just rotate out. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale your leg out just a little, about 6 inches. Inhale all the way back to center. Exhale out a little further. Maybe you go about a foot. Inhale all the way back. Exhale out a little more. So each time we're going out a little further. Inhaling back up. You have 3 more at your own pace. You're going out a little further each time, but without compromising the opposite side of the body. So making sure the left side, the left shoulder, left hip is being rooted down. You may even put your hand on your left hip bone if that feels good, as a little gentle reminder. And when you finish there, hold your last one down at the bottom, flexing the foot quite a lot, driving the heel away. If you feel like you haven't found your edge of the pose, you can take a peek at your toes and then move your foot a little closer to your head. And you might have to ramp up on the strap or not. And just honor where your body is. Let's see if we can find steadiness and ease of the pose. Inhaling here all the way back to center. Bring the strap in your left hand and exhale over about 6 inches. Inhaling back to straight. And then exhale over a little more, maybe 12. Continue here at your own pace. Exhaling as you bring your leg over your body any amount. And it's okay if your hip lifts up. We're slowly going over. Nice. And a couple more here. And when you feel like you've got to the edge of your pose, hold it here. For some of you, your hip might barely be off the ground, but for others, your hip very much will be off the ground. Keeping in mind flexing both feet, checking in with the upper body. Hopefully, from the waist up, everything is relaxed. Even your fingers holding the strap. Breathing here. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Now walk your hand down the tail of the strap and bring the tail of the strap behind your head. Nice. See if you can bring your foot a little closer so we're nice aligned. Look at Carl's alignment, ankle to knee to hip. He's opening up a little more now. On your exhale, see if you can straighten your arms over your head any amount. Holding and breathing here. Couple breaths. Beautiful. On your next inhale, engage your core. Slowly walk up the strap, using your core to come all the way up. Maybe your shoulders lift off the ground, maybe they don't. Once you've expelled all the air out, inhale as you're slowly coming back down to the mat. Having your arms nice and long behind. Once you've exhaled, exhale all the way back up. So we're taking an exhale on the way up, using the core, not the arms, and then inhaling all the way back down. Last time here. Exhaling all the way up. Inhaling back down. And then holding one more time, arms behind the head, 2 breath cycles here. On your last exhale, allow the strap to slide through your fingertips, bringing your right foot down to meet the left, arms resting overhead, and just let it go. Don't worry about the strap. And close your eyes if they aren't already and go inward. And just check in with your body. Does one side feel a little bit longer than the other? Maybe you have the sense of a little opening in the hip joint from the right side to the left. And just feel what it feels like to be in your body. And don't worry if your leg feels about 6 feet long, longer than the other. We're going to even them out in a few minutes. Inhale both knees into the chest and take the strap off and place it on the other side. Bringing now the strap to the left ball of your foot, with the ball of the left foot. Nice. Either right knee is bent or right leg is long if it feels great on your back. Bend the knee to a 90-degree angle, flexing the foot. Beautiful. And seeing if you can arrange the strap so your left elbow is on the ground like Carl. Take a nice inhale here. Slowly drive your heel up. Inhaling on the way down. And remember, we're going in slow motion, moving through that beautiful thick sea of honey. Mm-hmm. 4 more at your own pace. You can almost think that you have this really heavy weight on the bottom of your foot. You're working with your own resistance to get it up. Beautiful. Exhaling all the way up, soft face. When you've gone to the top, hold here. See if you can wrap your toes towards your nose, spread the toes out wide, and think, can I balance a little green tea, maybe a little quarantini on the foot? Will it fall off? Try to keep that foot nice and flat. For those of you that don't know, a portantini is a regular martini, but you're drinking it indoors. I know it's yoga, but we can throw in a little humor, laughter is the best medicine, right? Holding and breathing. Externally rotate your leg out to the side and then exhale out about 6 inches. Inhale back to center. Exhale out a little more. Maybe you go a foot. And continue here at your own pace, working through about 4 inhales and exhales. Remember to ground the opposite side of the body, so grounding your right shoulder, right hip. Slowly going out as far as you can, finding the edge without compromising the balance of the hips and shoulders. Nice. When you've reached your 6th time, pause there at the bottom, flexing your foot quite a lot. Checking into the upper body, the mid-back, the shoulders. Seeing if we can swallow. Relax the jaw. Relax the space between the eyes. Maybe you're at your edge and you feel great here. Maybe you want to bring your feet a little bit closer to your head. Just kind of check in and see what you need. Holding and breathing, rounding through the opposite hip. On your next inhale, come back to center. Bring the strap in the opposite hand and exhale over about 6 inches. Breathing here, inhaling back to center. And then exhale over a little more. And once again, continue at your own breath print. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're going over perfectly, the right amount of time. We're really trying to coordinate this beautiful breath to movement. Remember, the breath is always the star of the show. The movement comes second. And once you feel like you've gone as far as you can, and if you've reached your edge, hold and breathe here. Checking in, flexing both feet, holding at the bottom, flexing both feet. You can stay here. You can bring your toes closer to your nose, wrapping the toes up. Nice, exposing that fascia on the back of the foot. And we move at these little incremental movements because it's really helpful for the lymph nodes. On the next inhale, come back to center. Bring the strap behind your head. Walk your hands behind your head, lengthening your arms any amount. Seeing if you can get your foot flat to the sky, flexing the foot, beautiful. Aligning ankle on knee on hip. Notice how Carl, while keeping your eyes closed, trust me, he is opening up. The alignment is a lot more open than the beginning of class. Take a nice inhale here, engaging the core. Exhaling, walking the hands gingerly up the strap as we're using all core for the movement. Once the breath has been expelled, inhale and roll all the way back down. 2 more here at your own pace. Exhaling as we come up, using the core, light head and neck. Inhaling as we come back down. Last one. Beautiful. Holding here with the arms nice and long, 2 breath cycles. Gently releasing the strap, letting it slide between the fingertips, left leg meets right. Just take a breather and go inward and see if both bodies are aligned. Inhale, bend your knees into your chest, remove the strap, give yourself a big hug. Rock from left to right, massaging the sacrum. Find some stillness here. And then rock up and back, rock and roll all the way up till you come to tabletop. If you have blocks, bring them to the top of your mat. And if you don't, you can take your long, skinny blanket and fold it in half so it's stacked on top of each other. Either works. Carl has the blocks. So bring the blocks to the top of the mat and meet me in tabletop. Beautiful. We're going to begin with cat-cow. Inhaling, releasing the belly. Shoulders slide down the back, chin lifts. Exhale, press into the earth, round the back, look at your hearts. Inhale, release the belly, shoulders slide towards the waist, chin lifts. Exhale, press into the earth, dome your back, look at your heart. You can continue here at your own pace, adding organic movement you'd like. We're just sticking with the regular flavor of cat-cow. You may sway your hips from side to side. You may end up with a long cow or a long cat going all the way back to child's pose and then coming all the way up to cow. After you finished your last cat, meet me in tabletop. Tuck your toes. Check in, hips over heels, shoulders over wrists, fingers wide like a sundial. Think about pressing into each of your finger and thumb. Maybe pretend you have a little ladybug in between, right in the middle of the palm, so you don't want to squish it. Just have a little lightness in the hand there. Inhale, press into your palms, lift your knees 6 inches, hover here. Beautiful. Think about doming the back just slightly, and drawing the navel to the spine. Holding and breathing. Head is nice and long, looking forward about a foot. And you can relax the head there, right there. On the next exhale, release the knees. Beautiful. I'm just kind of continuing to warm up the core. Flexing the toes, tucking the toes. Inhale, hover the knees 6 inches. Exhale, press away from the floor, hips go back and up, downward facing dog. Feel free to do a little organic movement. Maybe you're bending one knee and then the other. Or maybe you're lifting both heels up as high as you can and then exhaling, dragging them down to the earth. You just find some organic movement that feels good for you. And then find some stillness in your pose. Inhale, Inhale back to hovering knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hover 6 inches, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go 3 more times at your own pace. Inhaling to hovering knees. Thinking of the core. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Release the head and neck. Inhaling back. One more time here. Gently release your knees to the ground. Walk your hands to your knees and stand on your knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale your right foot forward into a lunge. Nice. Draw your attention to your back shin and top of foot. Intently press the shin and foot into the earth as you press your front foot into the earth. Grounding here to rise. Hopefully we feel a nice stretch all the way up our quadricep on the left side. Once you feel grounded, either leave the hands on the hips so you can inhale them up and over your head, palms facing each other. Keeping the fingertips nice and straight, reaching to the sky. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades slightly down the back, keeping the arms straight. Beautiful. Holding and breathing here. Think about rooting to rise, drawing down through the shin and back foot, front foot, reaching through the fingertips sideways, navel in and up, heart lifts. Think about the crown of the head almost floating from the neck. On the next exhale, release the hands back down to the waist and take your foot and step it up about 6 inches. Inhale, sweep the arms up as we move forward into the lunge. Exhale, arms sweep down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down. Inhale. Nice. Exhale down. Last time here. Beautiful. Bring the hands back to the hips. Step your foot back 6 inches back in. And we're going to work here, inhaling, sweeping your arms all the way up, palms attaching at the top, interlacing the fingers. Inhaling, reach the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, back bend any amount. Holding and breathing here, 5 breaths. Rooting to rise, down through your feet, up through the fingertips. And you're welcome to stay straight up, looking straight up at your hands. If you feel good in this mini back bend, where you can keep your nice length. Think lifting sides of waist, heart lifts. We're reaching up before we go back. It's almost like a little tiny up dog movement at the top, like we're rolling over a ball. Couple more breaths here. And exhale, slowly bring your arms back down. Bring your left hand to the ground. You can either stay where you are, or you can tuck the back toes and lift your back knee. If you lift the back knee, drive the heel back, lifting the thigh bone up. Bring your right hand to your hip, revolve and open up to the right, twisted lunge. Stay here, pressing into the left hand and floating your right hand to the ceiling if you'd like. Rooting to rise, driving back that back heel. And look where it feels good on your neck. You can look straight ahead to the sky. Can you find the breath traveling down to the belly. Can you send it down there? Nice and soft belly breath. On the next exhale, release your hand back down. Bring both hands on the inside of your right foot. Bring your right foot a little more over to the right for the runner's lunge. And we're going to inhale here, exhale, rock forward a little, and then drive the heel back. Inhale forward, drive the heel back. And just close the eyes, go at your own pace, your own breath print. Moving through this beautiful meditation, moving meditation. A couple more here. And then find some stillness. If you feel like you have a great stretch, you can release the knee down. If not, slide the foot back a little further and then release the knee. Holding here. Now this is where you can use the blocks or your blanket that you folded on top of each other. You can bring them down and bring one forearm on one block, one forearm on the other. And having the blocks nice and straight, aligned, will help. Breathing here. See if we can direct the breath towards the back body. 60% of our lung capacity is in our backs. Let's see if we can send it back. Slowly release the blocks. Come back down to your hands, your on blocks or shoulders or forearms. Move the blocks to the side. Leave your left hand where it is. You can take your right hand, bring it on the inside of the knee, and gently bring it out any amount. But make sure it's on the inside of the knee, not the knee. We don't want to stress the knee at all. Just get a little more opener here. Gently release the knee back over the ankle. Bring both hands down, tuck the toe, lift the back leg, press into the hands, and sit back into plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg behind. Exhale, bend the knees, stack hip on hip. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, hold. Place the right shin parallel to the front of the mat, setting up for pigeon prep. Sliding back here. Look at your right hand, press it into the earth. Bend the left knee. Exhale, sweep your hand around. Slowly, left hand grabs left foot. See if you can have your hips and shoulders facing forward. Breathing here. Pressing hand into foot, foot into hand. Gently release your legs. Slowly bring it down. Bring the hand to the ground. Tuck your toe on the back leg. You might want to slide your leg back a little further if you don't have enough stretch. Then release the knee back down. Bring your arms forward about 45 degrees. And press them into the earth first before we go down. Pressing the mat away from you. And almost think up dog with the upper body. Feeling that outer stretch. And then slowly walking your arms all the way down. Maybe you find the ground. Maybe your forehead finds the block. Maybe your hands rest onto your forearms. Holding and breathing here. Check in with the hips. If you feel like one's a little higher than the other, you might even use a block underneath the right hip or a blanket to support if need be. Slowly come up. Bring the hands back in front. Tuck your back toe. Lift the back knee. And then release the knee actually on the back. And then bring your leg, just swing it all the way back around so you're in tabletop. Make it a little more accessible. Nice. Now inhale here and bring your right leg up and let's just circle it around. 2 big circles in one direction and then 2 big circles in the other. Loosen that up. Nice. And then back to tabletop. Walk your hands back to your knees and now we're back to standing. How you feel? Inhale your left foot forward into a lunge. Actively press into your right shin and top of foot and into the 4 points of your left foot. Rooting down to rise. Navel is in and up. Heart lifts. Shoulders slide down the back. You can stay with hands on hips or inhale your arms up and over your head, palms facing each other. Staying nice and long and tall with the side body. And gently exhaling the shoulders down the back any amount if need be. Holding and breathing here. 4 breaths. And feel free to have the eyes closed and just listen to my voice. Or have your eyes lids heavy as you look towards the floor. As you know what's coming next, you can slowly get lost. On your next exhale, release the hands back down to the hips. And just take a step forward about 6 inches or so with that front foot. Inhale, sweep the arms forward as you lean forward. Exhale, back to center, arms down. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhaling back. Continue here at your own pace. And 3 more cycles. Beautiful. Hands back to hips. Step your foot back in just a little. Ground down through both feet and shin. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms attached to each other. Interlace the hands and pause. Inhale, reach the fingertips towards the sky, sides of the waist nice and long. Exhale, up and over. If you choose, mini back bend. Holding and breathing here. Think about dragging the shoulders down the waist while you keep the arms reaching tall. Pressing through, feeling that stretch all the way up your quad and psoas. Gently release the arms back down. Look at your right hand. Place the right hand on the ground. You can stay in low lunge, or you can tuck the back toes and then lift your back knee. If so, drive the heel back, lift your right thigh up. Left hand, left hip. Exhale, rotate into twisted lunge. Hand stays on hip, or if you feel aligned, float the hands to the sky. Wrist to shoulder, shoulder to wrist alignment. Look to the side or look straight up at the beautiful sky. Holding and breathing here. Beautiful. On your next exhale, gently release the hand down. Both hands are on the inside of the foot. Move your left foot out to the side any amount, and you can drag your right heel back a little if you're not stretched long enough. And then we're going to rock forward, exhale back. Rocking forward, exhaling back. Loosening up here in the runner's lunge. Closing eyes, finding a steadiness and ease in the motion. And once you've moved through your sixth rotation, find some stillness. Release the back knee to the ground, and then either get your folded roll or your blocks and slowly make your way down onto your forearms. Hold here in dragon. See if you can send the breath to the body, to the back body. Gently remove the blocks or blanket. Look at your right hand, press it into the earth. Take the left hand, bring it on the inside of the knee, and maybe you bring your knee out over to the left, any amount. That feels good. Holding and breathing here. Inhaling back to center. Tuck the back of the toes. Lift the back knee. Slowly bring your hips around to plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats behind. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip on hip. Checking in that shoulders are nice and even, parallel. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, pause. Left shin parallel to the mat, prep for pigeon. If you want to get a little bit more stretch, slide your right heel back. Bend the right knee. Look at your left hand, plant it into the earth. Exhale, sweep your right hand around, capture your foot. See if we can keep our hips and shoulders squared. Nice. Holding and breathing here. Gently releasing your leg back down. Sliding your back foot back a little further if need be. Walk your hands out to about a 45. Nice wide fingertips. Press the fingers and hands into the earth, pressing your mat away. Think up dog with the chest. And feeling the outer hip engage and ignite. Check in with the breath. And see if you have that rhythmic breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Reconnect with your intention of slowing down. You slowly walk your hands back down, forearms down. Maybe reach out nice and long and your forehead goes to a block. Maybe your forearms go on top of each other and your head goes there. Wherever it is, so we can get a nice long length all the way from the tailbone to the crown of head, all the way from that back heel to the crown of head. Breathing into your intention, thinking about what it would feel like if you would just slow down. How happy would your heart be? How much more calmer would you be? Peaceful. Maybe it would open up space for some creativity. 3 more breath cycles here. Taking your time, slowly walk up, back to hands. Tuck the toes of your back foot and walk it up a little. Press into your hands, lift your back knee up for a sec, and bring yourself back to tabletop. Inhale your left knee out to the side, 2 big circles in one direction, and then the opposite. So loosen up. Nice. Now bring your knees out nice and wide, big toes to touch. Press back into child's pose, hips to heels, arms out nice and long. And slowly come up, walking your hands to your knees. And bring a block with you if you have it. We're going to make our way down to our backs. And if you have the block, we're going to do a little inversion. If you don't have the block, we'll work a little in bridge. Bend your knees so feet are on floor, knees face ceiling. See if you can walk your heels up as close as you can to your glutes so your hands are at your heels. Inhale here, press into the earth with your feet and hands, lifting the hips up, sliding the block underneath your sacrum for supported bridge. If you don't have a block, meet us in bridge. And if bridge isn't honoring you today, you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Relaxing here. You can stay here, or you can bring one leg long and then the other leg long. Your choice. with their knees bent in supported bridge or legs long in supported bridge. If legs are long, you're welcome to sweep your arms up and over your head so you get that beautiful full body stretch. Breathing here, belly soft, expanding, rising, gently deflating. If you are in your block, you can stay in supported bridge, or you can bend one knee into your chest and then straighten your leg towards the sky, and then your other leg to follow. So we'll be in a little inversion, supported. If you do not have the block, and it's in your practice, you're welcome to work into shoulder stand, or continue to rest in Supta Baddha Konasana, found angle pose on your mat. And gently release one leg down to the mat and then the other. Press into the earth with the feet and hands, lift the hips, remove the blocks, slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Bring the legs nice and long. Inhale, your right knee switch directly over your hip. Using your left hand to guide, on the exhale, slowly bring the knee over your body any amount. And having your right arm out to the side, palm up. On the next exhale, slowly come back to center and bring your leg to straight. Inhale your left knee into your chest and pause. Left hand out to the side. On the exhale, right hand, slowly bringing your knee over your body any amount. Holding and breathing here. On the next exhale, release back to center. And release the leg to meet the other. And gently do whatever you need to do to rest in Shavasana. Maybe you bring the blanket over your entire body. Maybe you bring it under your knees. If you have a hairband in, maybe you release that so you can rest. And see if we can relax for the next 2 minutes without moving a muscle. Thinking about what it is to mean to slow down. In an age of constant acceleration, nothing can be more exhilarating than going slow. In the age of constant distraction, nothing is so luxurious as paying attention. In an age of constant movement, nothing is so urgent as sitting still. And gently move your fingers, your toes. Take a nice inhale here and exhale, reaching your arms up over your head. Full body stretch. In your own time, inhale your knees into your chest and roll over to the side of your choice and pause. In your own time, using your top hand, slowly press up to a comfortable seat of your choice. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand on top. Close the eyes. Let's just take a moment to thank ourselves from coming on the mat today. You could be anywhere, do anything. You decided to give yourself some self-love and movement and the chance to slow down that our bodies and mind and nervous system oh so needs. Bring the hands together at heart center. And if you'd like to dedicate this practice to someone else who needs it more than you, please take this time to send them a little light and love their way. Sounds like Nova wants to send them a little light and love too. It is truly an honor guiding you today. Be well, be grounded, be happy and kind to each other. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thank you.